Hey, Capricorn, intuitive soul coach here with your May 2023 bonus reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. These are general readings, so please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are interested in a personal reading or entering into the free monthly reading giveaway, you can find both of those links in the description box below. All right, so Capricorn, we're going to take a peek at what you can't see coming and how this energy can help you move forward on your soul's journey. So we have a very important month here in May. There's a lot going on in the collective, a lot of planetary alignments taking place. And one of your first cards out here, we have Aquarian energy here. Now, some of you may be on that Aquarian cusp. You may have Aquarius in your chart, but it says reflect on your priorities. Now, we're going through Mercury retrograde until the 15th of May. That's when it starts to go direct. So the first couple of weeks of May, you may really be reflecting on what's working in your world and what's not. What you can do to enhance maybe finances, increase your I'm getting here increasing your morale. So there's something behind momentum and energy and production and productivity here. So some of you may have felt wore out at times, or you may have felt like you weren't putting the energies towards the things that were the best for you. And that's why you have this detoxification card showing up here. Especially mid-month, around that time when Mercury goes direct, I feel like you're truly releasing some things that aren't serving you. You may be carrying a lot on your plate at this time. They're showing me the 10 of Wands energy, and that 10 of Wands is all about taking on a lot. How can you prioritize? How can you eliminate things that just aren't serving you? I'm also getting, how can you use your time to the best of your ability here. So there could be, at times, we all do this, mindless scrolling on social media, or we spend a little bit extra time doing something else that's maybe not as good or as healthy for us. And it could be surrounding ourselves with better people or uplifting people or focusing on listening to things that your mind is expansive on, podcast, growth opportunities here. I'm just getting you shifting the way that you see things through your, not just your vision, but your hearing as well. So taking a look at what's around you and utilizing the resources that are going to uplift you and fulfill you. So definitely reflecting on priorities. And some of you felt or are feeling physically exhausted because you have a lot of responsibility. So this may be a perfect time to bring in others to lighten the load. Whether it is you lightening the load of mental anxieties, it could be talking to someone, a therapist, a coach, a counselor, or just talking to maybe even a family or a friend of things that are on your mind. I'm also feeling here that there could be help on the way. So if you've been stressed out, maybe around the house with chores or with children or finances, help is on the way is what I'm hearing here for you this month. Now you have this Taurian energy. And this is all about knowing your worth. Yeah, this is powerful. So I do feel that you are taking a look at relationships. This could be romantic relationships. It could be relationships within your career sector, your friendships, and the things that feel one-sided or that you are giving 90% and somebody is only giving 10%. I mean, of course, we go through imbalances, but typically you should be in a relationship where over time it tends to balance itself out. Now, if you are in a situation where you are always the one that is giving 90%, now this could even be in your career, right? Possibly putting all the work into it, but you're only getting paid 10% in return for your efforts. You're really looking at that and saying, what do I need to do? Do I need to speak to my boss, ask for a promotion or a raise? Do I need to look elsewhere, or have maybe a serious conversation with a loved one? Maybe bring in a third party, as in a third party who can help see it from a different angle, like a mediator. I do feel here it's important for you to recognize and know your worth, because some of you may have taken a hit to the solar plexus, the confidence, the belly area. And I feel like you are coming back there's a comeback here. And one of my favorite sayings is the comeback is stronger than the setback. So if you felt like you've been at rock bottom, or if you felt like you've hit rock bottom, or if you've wanted to give up on something here, I feel like you're coming back stronger than before. But you had to kind of get your bearings in a row, your ducks in a row here, and work on some healing pieces, because this is you knowing you're worthy and you're taking big strides, and there's action coming in mid to end of May where you're going to take a stance, is what I feel here. You're going to either ask for what it is that you want, have that difficult conversation that maybe you've been prolonging. You may also decide to take your business to the next level. I'm also getting learning here, and we talked about that a little earlier. There's something with learning, whether it's you listening, whether it's you watching maybe YouTube videos or listening to podcasts. Maybe you're taking an online class, course, or workshop, but you've come a long way, Capricorn. Be proud of yourself. I'm sensing as well that there's a pat on the back, whether you feel that or not. Spirit is proud. I feel like deep down, your higher self is really proud of how far you've come, and you're really coming back stronger here. So this is a powerful energy, Capricorn, and Spirit is proud of you. There's people around you, and you may actually get a compliment, a raise, a promotion, or someone says, Capricorn, you've been doing really great, or we love your work, come work with us. So this may come up as a shock or a surprise, because you may not have felt proud of yourself at times, but I feel like what you don't see coming is some sort of message, compliment, or offer or invitation in the month of May, specifically possibly the 14th through the 17th as well, right as we navigate out of retrograde. There's something coming at you, and it may take you by surprise. I mean, it could be something small, it could be something large, but I do feel like there's some good energy coming your way here, and it's going to make you feel good, right? It's going to make you feel all those good vibes, and it's going to really put you in this position of hope, but it's also going to shift some things within you for you to really look at. And that's what you're doing at this time. You're reflecting. We have Libran energy. Keep your heart open, Capricorn. Keep your heart open as you navigate through these ups and downs, right? We're always going to have these ups and downs here on Earth. It's part of the human experience. But we can choose, and I've said this in every single reading, and it's been coming up more and more, and I feel because of the changes that are showing up on a collective level, we have these free will options, and it's important for us to remember that. And we can become bitter or better. And it's something I say often, because we can let the past define us in a negative way, and we can become bitter, and we can shut down our hearts, and we can let fear crumble us, get the best of us. We can dig ourselves a 20-foot hole and not know how to get out of it at times, right? But this is about you keeping your heart open and knowing that regardless of how far down that hole goes at times, that you have a helping hand, whether that's, spirit, whether that is someone around you, whether that's yourself climbing out. But if you keep that heart open, there's always going to be that receptive energy, that helpful energy that comes in here. Because some of you may have thought you had to go it alone, do something alone, or you've always had to be independent. Now, I feel like you're opening up the heart here more so than you have in the past, and said, it's okay to realize I don't know how to do something, or it's okay to accept a lending hand. And I feel, I feel like that's coming in for you here as well. So keep that heart open. We'll clarify these cards with tarot, and then at the end, we'll pull from the mystical shaman. Now you have this Libran energy showing up once again. So there could have been something around October, even September. I do feel some sort of a completion around September, October of 2023. But there could have been 2022. There may have been some shakeups, some shifts in your world around that time. But I feel like something is coming full circle. So if this started in 2022, by 2023, September, October, you're finding more balance. Now, it doesn't mean that things are going to be chaotic for you, Capricorn, until then. But I do sense that you are working through some of those ups and downs. And you'll continue to do so every day to create more balance in your world. I'm getting Two of Pentacles energy as well, so we may see that show up in your reading. Now below this, we do have detoxify. Now this could be something that's been ongoing. since last September, October. Okay, or it could be you're dealing with a Libra, or this could be another air sign as well, because I am getting here Aquarius energy. Although, let's see, we do have Aquarius showing up here reflecting on priorities. Some of you may be around an Aquarius or have air in your chart as well, but there's some things that you're reflecting on, prioritizing health. That's very important, and that's been showing up for a lot of signs. Now, we're heading towards we're in Taurus season here, so it makes sense, but we're heading towards this energy of making sure our body is up to date, up to par. So if you haven't been eating correctly, sleeping correctly, if you've been not keeping stress under levels here, your stress levels, if you haven't been paying attention and stress has been skyrocketing for you, I do feel it's very important for you to find some remedies, stress management solutions, or again, talk to that third party or a mediator or someone who can help you get rid of some things that have been stressing you out. Now, we may even see the devil energy showing up here to clarify, but I do feel, Capricorn, that there's been temptations. There could be materialism for some of you. I do feel that there could be someone who is either codependent or very materialistic around you, and they may be trying to manipulate you, or you felt manipulated in the past, and it led to fears. It led to obsessions, and it may have even led to you numbing those emotions or fears through food, through alcohol, through any other remedies that weren't good for your body. It could even be sleepless nights, because I am getting that 9 of Swords energy, but you're finding balance within that. And this is the month for you to really take a look at your mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual health to get back on track. Remember what I said, that comeback is stronger than the setback. So you're going to come back swinging, but in a positive way here. All right. And your final card, how this energy is going to help you flow forward, or what energy you need to focus on. It literally says focus on the positive, Sagittarian energy here. So if you can keep that optimistic mindset, if we can shed light on some of those shadows and some of those truths, which we may see showing up here, especially around this Scorpio eclipse, we're going to have a lot coming to the surface, not just in our, personal lives, but on a collective level. And this has been happening since, the beginning of 2023 here. We've been seeing it all over. But if you can focus on uplifting your energy, not feeding into that greed and that manipulation and fear and jealousy and envy and all those lower vibrations that sometimes we can get caught up in. It doesn't mean that if we focus on the positive, they're going to go away and it doesn't exist, but it means that you can keep your balance. It's like the eye of the tornado, right? Being able to stay calm when you have chaos going on all around you. So I feel like you here are finding more balance, Capricorn, and it's actually going to help you reduce some stress levels. And I'm also sensing some of you, there could even be, I'm getting sleep apnea, or maybe you just live off very little sleep, or some of you, maybe you're oversleeping, because I'm getting here 4 of Swords energy, 9 of Swords. I do get the devil as well. And I feel like there's a complete turnaround. So we may even see the Hanged Man. So let's clarify some of these energies showing up here for you. Let's take a look at your priorities. What are you reflecting on at this time for Capricorn? What is Capricorn really reflecting on? I feel a lot of you are focused on finances, career, money, wealth. And you're reflecting on lessons learned of the past, things that have gone by prior, but also how you can increase your abundance in the future. Let's take a look here. Queen of Material. She's all about her coin, her pentacle. This is the Queen of Pentacles here. And she's someone who's very resourceful, very abundant. But sometimes when she's in that lower energy and she doesn't quite know how to tap into that full potential of the Queen of Materials, because there's a light and a shadow of every single card, right? Every single energy. This Queen of Pentacles can become maybe bad with money, may shop, maybe a shopaholic. This could be someone who maybe has even went in debt in the past, or just doesn't know how to necessarily handle money. I feel like you're you're bringing that back into balance. So some of you, you actually are seeing an increase towards the end of the month, and it could be an increase in finances. It could be an increase in help, an increase in maybe clientele or support here. So I like this Queen of Materials showing up, because what's happening is you're reflecting on what needs to be done for you to increase the flow of money. But it's very important to acknowledge the shadow piece of the Queen of Pentacles as well, because when you learn to prioritize, you can eliminate some of those shadow pieces, but first you must become aware of what those are for you. So when this Queen of Pentacles shows up as well, I feel like others enjoy the fruits of your labor, but sometimes you don't always get the credit for, and that's why you have here, know your worth. This is very powerful here. So let's take a look and clarify this worthiness energy. Some of you may have felt left out in the cold, because I am getting 4 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles, or you just felt at times taken advantage of or even manipulated here. There's some fears around money, but you're really aligning your self-worth with your net worth. And I feel like there's, yes, beautiful 10 of Cups, accomplishments, being proud of who you are and all that you have done. So you're knowing your worth here. However, there may have been some sabotage due to the way that you grew up. I'm getting here because the 10 of Cups is showing up in the reverse here when it's about knowing your worth. So you may have been told as a child that maybe you wouldn't make the money that you desired, or maybe you were just brought up in some sort of tradition where maybe you were the first entrepreneur, or you're the first one to graduate college, or maybe there's some limiting beliefs that you had to break free from a family tradition or a cycle. There's some sort of generational pattern or cycle that you're breaking here, and it has to do with your worthiness, okay? 10 of Cups showing up here, which is the 10 of emotions in this deck, is all about healing the feelings of unworthiness. This is about making realistic goals for yourself so you can hit them. Some of you have been neglected by family. You've definitely been betrayed, and it flows into finances. Regardless, I recommend, I know many people love to watch wealth and financial and career readings, but when we can take a look at family dynamics, and I do love in family readings as well, and it's important to see how that ties in, because that can affect our career, that can affect our finances and our money. So knowing your self-worth, and Nancy Levin, I believe it is, actually writes a really wonderful book, Self-Worth Equals Net Worth. So when you know your worth, you can really ask for what it is that you want unapologetically, Capricorn, and receive it here, okay? It's not selfish, and some of you may have been deemed selfish for actually asking for or wanting something in your world, materialistic, right? Or you may have even been called materialistic by family members or by people around you who are supposed to support you. But really, you strive to be the best that you can be, right? You want to become better, not bitter. But it's difficult when you have this hanging over your head at times. Now, some of you may have been in a family business, or you may have followed in the footsteps of a family member. Sometimes you can have generational, leaders showing up here, or healers, nurses, I'm feeling as well. But the 10 of Cups is about you loving what it is that you do, Capricorn. It is about you being able to be financially stable, but emotionally fulfilled doing what you love. Because when you know that you're worth it, I feel like people are going to gravitate towards you. And regardless of how much you charge for something, of course, I mean, there's a difference between being able to afford something that's $10 and $10,000. But I do feel that you're going to attract the right clientele, the right job, the right people, the right love, right? This doesn't have to just be money. This can be relationships as well. So some of you are really diving into family dynamics, some childhood wounding, some healing. I also feel that there may have been a family member or someone that was like family that may have put you down. And it really took, again, that hit to the solar plexus. So let's dive in and get a look at some good energy here. What do we have? Be proud of yourself. Absolutely. You've come a long way. Let's take a look at this pride energy. What's happening here? We have one that shot off, and we have the Magician. I love this showing up here. Okay, and the Eight of Materials. Be proud of yourself for mastering your craft or continuing to work on your self-development. This could be your own healing. This could be your hobbies, your goals. This could be your career, putting in the effort. And remember earlier we talked about learning, I believe, education, online courses. This is about you manifesting what you want into your material world. You have the Magician and the Eight of Materials. So be proud that you have created some sort of dream life here for yourself, or you are heading towards it. You're taking steps closer to that dream life of yours, Capricorn, and pat yourself on the back because you're not giving up and you're acknowledging when you don't know something. And you may say, hey, I need a third party to come in and teach me how to do digital media, or I need someone to come in and help me set up a website. So I feel like you're also utilizing the skills and talents of others when you realize that it's something that you may be inexperienced in. And that's a really beautiful energy of give and take. And when you're in that flow of give and take, you're going to see things turning out much better for you. So I really love those two cards are positive, and it makes complete sense with what we're clarifying. Keep your heart open. Let's see what this is all about. Keeping your heart open. I definitely feel like there were some challenges, some situations, and actually this card came out right on this Queen of Materials, reflecting on priorities, but there may have been a situation where you closed down for a little bit or you didn't feel supported. Yeah, someone from the past. Could be childhood wounding. This could be a mother, it could be a father, it could be a sibling. Some of you are feeling a little bit nostalgic because I'm getting that, again, you've been on top of your game and then you kind of got kicked down. And remember, the whole theme here of your reading is again, that comeback is stronger than the setback. So please trust that. Keep your heart open. You're definitely making a comeback here. Try not to let that past energy get in the way of your future success is what I'm hearing. Let's take a look at this Libran energy of finding more balance. How can Capricorn find more balance in their everyday life? What does Capricorn need to do to find that balance, please? Okay, they're giving me a name here, Charisse. Charisse, if that is your name, someone you work with, a family name, please take it as it resonates. Charisse. All right, we have the Two of Swords, finding balance. This is Libran energy here with this Two of Swords. This is choosing the heart energy here instead of overthinking, overanalyzing, worrying, stressing. The logical mind, of course, we need the head and the heart. And it's when the head and the heart can flow together and they're both aligned that we create balance. But it's when the heart is in one direction and the head is in the other that creates discontent. It can be an illusion, right? Something that we're thinking over here, but our heart's not in it. It's not going to feel good for us. So in order for you to find and create that balance, there must be a head and heart integration here. So you can open that heart by doing meditation, by you going within and trusting what does your heart tell you about this situation. I'm also getting someone around you, or this could be you yourself, may have felt naive, may have felt taken advantage of, or you didn't have enough information, because this Two of Swords can be about feeling at a crossroads. You don't have enough information to move forward or to create that balance in your world. But if that's the case, it's important just to trust, relax, step away from the situation if you can, and just ground your energy. Get back to nature. Get back to your truth here, your soul's truth. But there's a decision here, decision to trust what the heart is saying here, what that intuitive hits and nudges are all about. Or some of you, I do feel like there could, again, and they keep giving me that word manipulation. Someone may be manipulating you. Let's find out what this is all about with the detoxification card here. Could be a Taurus. It could be a Taurus coming in here. It could be that devil energy of, again, materialism, fears, addictions. I feel like you're reclaiming your power. And whoa, you have the Lovers in reverse showing up here. And that's really crazy because we just talked about, the heart. But the Lovers showing up is saying that there's a little bit of a separation, right? The Lovers is about trust issues at times. When it shows up in reverse, it can be disharmony. It can be indecisive energy when it comes to what the heart feels the heart should be doing here, right? And I do sense that if this is a relationship, if this is a career opportunity, someone really feels misaligned and needs to make this choice here to open their heart up. Keep that heart open, beautiful Capricorns, because there's so many wonderful things showing up for you. There may be a little bit of an isolation period, and I feel every single sign has received the Hermit, or it's at least come through intuitively. Because this Hermit is about gaining that retrospection, that reflecting on your priorities. Mercury retrograde, it's the time for all of the REs, as I say. Retrograde RE brings in reorganization, replenishing, rejuvenation, reevaluating, reprioritizing, and even re-examining our course, right? Our life, our direction. And sometimes it's pivotal at this time to course correct. If you're not loving what you're doing or who you're with, or, what's going on here, if the heart's over here and the head's over here and it's misaligned, this is the perfect time to bring that back into alignment, course correct, so you can move forward towards that dream life. And that's what we see here with the Six of Wands. Six of Wands is about you being in the spotlight once again. It is about you shining your light bright because you are a success, an accomplishment. This is about victory, public recognition as well, because I do sense that in the past, you've either felt overlooked, you felt like you failed in a situation, you may even felt humiliated or shamed because of a scenario that you were in. But you've overcome, or you are still overcoming the strengths, the challenges, or the weaknesses, the shadows, right? And you're learning some deep, valuable soul lessons, Capricorn. So pat yourself on the back. And that's why you have this energy of pride, right? Be proud of yourself, because this hasn't been an easy ride for you. And there's been a little bit of that discontent or separation, but you have the strength here, and you have the Hermit and the Lovers and the Hierophant. I mean, this is a lot of major arcana. So you're definitely finding solutions to anything that has been heavy on your heart. And I feel like you're going to focus on the positive from here on out. So let's take a look at the Sagittarian energy of focusing on the positive. What do we have here for Capricorn, please? Focusing on the positive. So what you don't see coming is some sort of a victory, I feel. It could be in the form of a message and a compliment or an invitation, or just someone saying, great job, you've done a job well done, or it could be support coming in as mentioned. But how this energy can help you move forward here is the Emperor taking the lead, right? Focusing on the things that you can change and leaving behind the things that you cannot, right? The Emperor takes action. He's Aries energy, where this, he or she, in this case, it's the feminine version of the Emperor here. And this Emperor is someone who's a leader. You are a leader, Capricorn. You're powerful. You are the epitome here of structure and stability and order. And it's important for you to learn to question people of higher authority as well. Learn to question if something doesn't feel right. It's okay for you to go up against it. Because I feel like you have the strength to do so. So whatever this is for you, whether it's you stepping into your power, which I'm getting a big, big pull that you are, whether it's going up against something that's bigger than you, but you have what it takes, okay? You absolutely have what it takes here. I love this. All right, Capricorn, let's get a message here from the Mystical Shaman Oracle. I love this deck. I don't use it as much as I should, but we're going to take a look and see what's coming in for you. And I will read the invitation and the medicine from the guidebook. And that's like the upright and the reversal. What do we have for Capricorn, please? We have the Witness. Holy cow, this is powerful. Some of you may be 64 years old. You may be born on the 6th, the 4th, or the 10th. Let's take a look and see what messages are coming in for you. All right, 64. It's actually one of the last cards here. The Witness observes without engaging in any action by cultivating inner stillness. There's that eye of the tornado. We are able to access any situation from a higher perspective and make better choices. When we can be present for someone else's difficulties with stillness, then we are able to truly hear them and give better advice. Sometimes we can be so still, we are a mirror for the other. Then through our presence, they receive their own answers. Acknowledge your preconceptions, ideas, and feelings about the situation you are in, but resist the urge to change any of it. Do not fall back into your controlling patterns. Instead, take a few breaths and connect with the joy of not having to perform. Hold space for the world to keep spinning on its own. That's the medicine here. So some of you, this Emperor could be a controlling situation. It could be a controlling shadow piece within yourself. Maybe you feel like you need to control the situation. And we just mentioned prior to this card, releasing what you cannot control, what's outside of your control, and focusing on the things that you can, right? And the invitation is this. The witness that has been by your side all along is now ready to become your ally. You thought you were the doer, but today you discover that things happen when you get out of the way. Witness creation unfolding before you. Change reality by finding stillness and letting your true intent reveal itself. Yes, there's something here with seeing something that may have been difficult for you to see. Look at that. As I'm actually saying that, they just highlighted this eye, and this is like the all-seeing eye, right? So I feel like there's something that you're witnessing or that you have witnessed that may have felt like a challenge or may have felt difficult for you. And that's why I was getting this energy here of the Emperor, of you going up against something that may feel like it's bigger than you, but you have what it takes here. You absolutely do. So I hope this makes sense. I hope this resonates, Capricorn. Very powerful reading here for you. You are in this energy of a lot of personal power, but it's important for you to reflect as you have showing up here, but it's also important for you to detoxify. And that was your biggest pile of cards here, was from this detoxification card. So I hope this resonates, beautiful souls. If so, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. It certainly does help get the divine channeled messages out there to those that need it most. Feel free to share, like, comment, hit that subscribe and bell button if you haven't already. Thank you so much for tuning in. Lots of love.